Hi, I'm Alex. I'm learning English, and this is my journey. I want to tell you about my experience in New York and share a bit about my amazing teacher. Reading my story might help you with your English too. So here it goes. One bright summer day, I'm on a train headed to New York. I'm excited, but also a little nervous. Across from me, two women are chatting. They're speaking English, and I can understand only bits and pieces. I know some English, but I'm still learning. Trying to practice, I start a conversation. I greet them in my best, yet simple, English. To my surprise, they understand me. This small exchange makes me so happy. I tell them about my goal to learn English, and they encourage me. They tell me they're returning home after attending a conference. Our conversation lasts for about 10 minutes, and I learn so much just from this small talk. Before I leave, they kindly share their phone numbers and invite me to call them once I'm in New York. This encounter motivates me even more, so I practice my English daily. I read, translate, and watch movies. And after 6 months, my English has improved. But I want to learn even more. So I decide to attend a language school in New York. My first class is on a Monday. I meet my teacher and classmates. Our teacher, a young, kind woman, starts by introducing us and asking where we're from. She then tells us about her method for learning English, which is a bit different from the usual. She suggests not relying heavily on textbooks, but instead using English daily. This approach suits me because I enjoy practicing over just studying from books. She explains that languages are for communication. Using the language in real conversations, she says, will make it easier to remember. Throughout the course, we'll speak a lot, practice in pairs, and focus on real-life situations. This approach feels perfect for me. I enjoy speaking and find the lessons engaging and effective. On Tuesday, another student in the class asks an interesting question. She wants to know the best way to learn new words. Our teacher responds by sharing several strategies, with reading being her top recommendation. She suggests setting aside just 20 to 30 minutes a day for reading. The teacher explains that it's important to read something we find interesting. If we enjoy what we're reading, we'll naturally pick up new words. We don't have to memorize each new word. Instead, we can look it up in a dictionary and continue reading. This way, we'll stay focused on understanding the overall text rather than getting stuck on every single word. I'd be happy to build an extended second part with deeper emotional layers, affectionate scenes, adding events like special outings, unexpected encounters, and personal challenges he overcomes in his quest to master English. As classes continue, Alex starts to feel a genuine connection with his teacher. He sees her as more than an instructor. She becomes his guide and confidant. After a tough day, he stays after class to discuss his challenges, and they have a heartwarming conversation where she encourages him, making him realize how far he's come. The teacher organizes a field trip to Central Park, where Alex and his classmates experience the beauty of nature and get a taste of English in a real-world setting. They share laughter, stories, and a picnic where everyone practices speaking freely, allowing Alex to feel more confident and connected with others who share his journey. One evening, a customer at the cafe has a challenging order, and Alex must navigate the request in English. It's a tense moment, and he fears he'll make a mistake. But remembering his teacher's advice on confidence, he handles it well. The customer thanks him warmly, and Alex feels a new sense of pride in his abilities. A new student joins the class, shy and struggling with English as Alex once did. Alex remembers his own journey and takes the student under his wing, sharing his tips and experiences. This moment is significant for Alex, as he realizes he's no longer just learning but also helping others in their journey. At the end of a particularly rewarding class, Alex thanks his teacher for everything she's done for him. They share a sincere, warm conversation about their goals and passions, and she tells him how much his progress means to her. It's a moment of shared appreciation and connection that stays with Alex. Finally, Alex decides to give a small speech at the class's last session, thanking his teacher and classmates. His heart races, but he speaks confidently, knowing his moment marks a big achievement. He receives applause, and afterwards, he feels an overwhelming sense of joy and pride, realizing he's truly made progress in his English journey. Would this structure work for your story, or are there any specific elements or emotions you'd like me to add? I can start drafting it for you with these ideas if this feels on the right track. Reading, she says, is also useful because it shows us how words fit together in sentences, which helps with grammar too. This simple method of learning new words resonates with me. I try it out, and it's amazing how much more I understand after a short time. Wednesday brings a new lesson, and this time we focus on pronunciation. One student from South Korea shares his struggles with speaking clearly. He understands English well, but feels shy about his pronunciation. Our teacher listens and introduces us to a technique called shadowing. The shadowing method is simple. You listen to native speakers and repeat what they say, mimicking their pronunciation. She compares it to how children learn to speak by copying their parents. The teacher even plays a video from a popular website to demonstrate this. We all try shadowing together for a few minutes, and I find it really helpful. Practicing this way feels less intimidating than trying to memorize rules. On Tuesday, we have a new student in class, Sophia, from Italy. She has returned to the school after attending for a short course last summer. Despite not attending regular classes in Italy, her English is almost perfect. She tells us she learned most of her English on her own, using techniques like reading, shadowing, and thinking aloud, which is when you talk to yourself in English. Curious, I asked the teacher about thinking aloud. She explains that it involves speaking your thoughts out loud in English, even if you're alone. Sophia explains that starting with simple sentences helped her gain confidence. This technique allows her to practice English without translating from her native language. Her dedication inspires me, and I decide to try thinking aloud as well. After school, I go to my new job at a cafe, where I'm doing training. My manager, Chris, is friendly and explains everything step by step. There's a lot to remember, but with practice, I get the hang of it. Speaking with customers is a perfect way to use my English and learn in real situations. The next day in class, a student asks about learning grammar. The teacher reassures us that for those wanting to speak English, heavy grammar study isn't necessary. Just like we learned our first language without studying grammar rules, we can learn English by using it naturally. She recommends reading, shadowing, and a helpful grammar website for those who need it. I'm glad to hear this because it takes the pressure off. On Monday, our teacher asks us about our weekends. Sharing our experiences is another opportunity to practice English. Through these stories, I can see my progress and feel more confident in my ability to communicate. My time in New York has been filled with learning, practice, and new friends. I am excited about how much I have improved and look forward to continuing my journey. This is a retelling of the original story, keeping the same themes and events but changing specific names, locations, time frames, and simplifying the language for ease of understanding. The story remains around the same length and keeps the pacing consistent for a 40-minute reading experience. Absolutely. I'll create this extended, heartfelt continuation with Alex's story as the third part. This section will deepen his personal growth, emphasizing his relationships with his teacher and classmates, meaningful challenges, and newfound confidence as he grows through memorable experiences. Alex's journey in New York has been remarkable, but what comes next is beyond anything he could have anticipated. As he becomes more comfortable with the language, he realizes that learning English is only one part of the journey. He's also learning about himself and the people around him. The bond with his teacher grows subtly, yet unmistakably deeper as the weeks progress. One day, after class, Alex finds himself lingering, wanting to talk but not knowing what to say. His teacher notices and invites him to stay for a cup of tea, a simple gesture that feels incredibly comforting. They sit together in the cozy, quiet classroom, and for the first time, Alex feels like he can open up. Sometimes I feel like there are just too many words, he says slowly, trying to express the frustration he's been holding onto. I want to say so much, but I don't know the right words. She nods, understanding. Sometimes the right words aren't as important as the feeling behind them, she says softly. People can understand a lot without the perfect words. Her words stick with him, easing the pressure he's put on himself. As they chat, Alex learns that his teacher has her own story of struggle. She moved to New York from a small town alone, and learning to teach in a new city was a challenge for her. This vulnerability bonds them even more. For Alex, this moment marks the beginning of a friendship and a deeper respect. He leaves that evening with a renewed commitment, grateful for her understanding. Not long after, she organizes a class trip to Central Park. It's a sunny Saturday, and Alex finds himself surrounded by classmates who have become his friends. They spread out blankets on the green grass and share food from their countries, each trying to describe the dishes in English. Laughter echoes as they stumble over words, and each person's unique accent blends into a symphony of voices. At one point, Alex finds himself sitting beside Sophia, a new student from Italy, and another classmate named Amir. Sophia mentions how homesick she feels, and Amir agrees, talking about his family back in Turkey. Alex nods in understanding. He's had his own struggles adjusting to life in New York. They share stories of their home countries, and Alex feels an overwhelming sense of belonging. He realizes that even though they come from different parts of the world, they're all on the same journey. The day stretches into the evening, and as the sun sets, the group stays to watch the sky turn colors. The teacher gathers everyone for a group photo, capturing this moment of connection. Alex feels at peace, grateful to be here, and he senses that he's not alone in this adventure. A few days later, Alex finds himself facing an unexpected challenge at the cafe where he works. It's a busy Friday evening, and the line of customers seems never ending. A woman walks up to the counter, asking for a complex order with specific ingredients. She speaks quickly, and Alex struggles to keep up. His heart races as he tries to remember the words for all the ingredients. "Take your time," she says, noticing his struggle. But Alex recalls his teacher advising about confidence. He takes a deep breath, repeats the order back to her slowly, and asks for clarification on anything he doesn't understand. The customer nods approvingly, and by the end, she gives him a warm smile, complimenting him on his English. "You're doing great," she says, and Alex feels a swell of pride. This seemingly small interaction becomes a defining moment for him. He realizes he's more capable than he thought. By the end of his shift, he feels a quiet satisfaction, a milestone of independence in his journey. Weeks go by, and Alex becomes more comfortable in his classes. One day, a new student joins. Her name is Eva, and she's from Brazil. Alex notices that she's quiet and shy, just as he once was. During a break, he strikes up a conversation, remembering the kindness others showed him when he first started. "English is difficult," she says, her voice barely above a whisper. "Yes, it is," he agreed, offering her a reassuring smile. "But you're not alone. We're all learning together." As the weeks pass, Alex continues to help her, sharing the tips he's learned, like shadowing and thinking aloud. He sees her confidence grow bit by bit, and each time she smiles in gratitude, he feels a sense of fulfillment. Helping her reminds him of how far he's come and that, maybe, he can make a difference for someone else. As the end of the course approaches, Alex finds himself feeling both excited and a bit sad. He's made so many friends and learned so much, and it feels strange to think of the journey coming to an end. During one of the final classes, the teacher asks each student to share their favorite memory from the course. When it's Alex's turn, he stands up, heart pounding, and talks about his journey. He talks about how he felt lost at first, but found encouragement in his teacher and friends. As he speaks, he looks around the room, making eye contact with each person who's been a part of his journey. "This journey has been more than just learning English," he says. "It's been about learning to believe in myself, even when it felt impossible. I'm grateful for all of you." The class applauds, and he sees his teacher wiping away a tear. She approaches him after class, and they share a quiet moment together. She thanks him for his dedication and tells him she's proud of him. Alex feels a deep sense of gratitude, realizing that this journey has transformed him in ways he never imagined. On the last day, the class gathers one final time, sharing contact information and promising to stay in touch. Alex feels a mixture of emotions: pride, gratitude, and a hint of sadness. He knows he'll miss the experience, but he's ready for what comes next. As he walks out of the building, he looks up at the New York skyline, feeling a surge of hope. He's still on his journey, but he's no longer the same person who arrived here months ago. He's grown stronger, more confident, and ready to face the future. He's made friends, learned a language, and discovered parts of himself he never knew existed. A few weeks after the course ends, Alex decides to write a letter to his teacher, thanking her for everything. He tells her how much the course meant to him and how her encouragement gave him the confidence to keep going. He describes the lessons that have stuck with him from shadowing to thinking aloud and the friendships he formed. He closes the letter with a promise. I may not be perfect at English yet, but I'll keep learning, and one day, I hope to inspire others the way you inspired me, complete with emotional depth. After the course ends, Alex feels a bittersweet mix of excitement and uncertainty. He's ready for the next step, but the comfort of familiar faces from class is something he will miss. As summer gives way to autumn, he takes a few days to reflect on his journey from diving into new challenges. He decides to visit the art gallery that became a special place for him during his English lessons. The vibrant paintings always ignited his imagination, and he hopes that some inspiration will strike him there again. Walking through the gallery, he stops in front of a beautiful landscape painting that reminds him of home. Its vivid colors and serene beauty pull him in, invoking memories of the peaceful hills of his hometown. As he stands there, lost in thought, he suddenly feels a tap on his shoulder. Beautiful, isn't it? It's Sophia, with a warm smile that lights up her face. Yes, it is. It makes me feel connected, he replies, his heart swelling with a sense of belonging. Sophia joins him, and they spend the afternoon exploring the gallery together, discussing their interpretations of the artwork. Their friendship has blossomed since they first met, and each shared experience strengthens their bond. As they talk, they discover that they both enjoy photography, and Sophia suggests they start a photo project together. The idea excites Alex, and they make plans to meet weekly to capture the beauty of New York through their lenses. Their first photo outing is at the Brooklyn Bridge, a site Alex has long wanted to visit. The sun hangs low in the sky, casting a golden hue over the city. And as they walk across the bridge, the scenery fills Alex with awe. Look at that! Sophia points at the skyline, reflected in the water. Alex quickly raises his camera, capturing the moment as Sophia strikes a playful pose. They laugh as they take turns snapping pictures, their shared enthusiasm for photography creating an atmosphere of joy. Each click of the shutter cements their friendship deeper. As the sun begins to set, they sit on a bench, looking at their photos and sharing stories of their lives back home. Alex talks about his family, how proud they are of him for moving to New York. He describes the warm dinners with his parents and how they always encourage him to pursue his dreams. Sophia shares stories of her close-knit family in Italy, the traditions they maintain, and how she misses them dearly. As they converse, the weight of their separations seems to lessen. It's moments like this that solidify their bond, giving them both the strength to embrace their new lives. Just as Alex starts to feel settled, he receives an unexpected email from his old language school. They invite him to give a talk to the new students, sharing his experiences and encouraging them as they embark on their own journeys. At first, he feels excited about the opportunity, but as the day approaches, anxiety creeps in. Standing in front of a group speaking English fluently seems daunting. What if he forgets his words or stumbles over his sentences? Just think of it as sharing your story, Sophia encourages him. You've come so far, and your journey can inspire others. With her support, he decides to take on the challenge. He spends hours preparing, jotting down notes and practicing in front of the mirror. The night before the talk, he can hardly sleep. His heart races as he imagines himself on stage, nervous and fumbling. On the day of the event, the school is buzzing with excitement. As Alex steps into the classroom, he sees eager faces looking at him. The sight of the new students, fresh and hopeful, reminds him of where he started. Just speak from your heart, he tells himself. As he begins to speak, his nerves start to fade. He talks about his struggles, the friendships he forged, and the lessons he learned. He sees the students nodding and smiling, and their positive energy fuels his confidence. I was once afraid to speak, to make mistakes, he shares, his voice steadying, but each mistake is a step towards learning. Remember, it's okay to be nervous. It's okay to be afraid. Just keep trying. After his talk, students approached him, thanking him for sharing his journey. One student, Maria, expresses how inspired she feels and asks if they can keep in touch. This connection fills Alex with joy, and he realizes that he's now part of a community that supports each other. He leaves the school that day feeling empowered and grateful for the chance to inspire others. A few days later, Alex gets an unexpected call from a local photography studio he applied 2 months ago. They offer him an internship, overwhelmed with excitement and a hint of disbelief. He eagerly accepts. On his day at the studio, he meets the team, and they introduce him to various aspects of photography. From editing to working with clients, the environment is bustling and creative, and Alex feels like he belongs. One afternoon, while working on editing photos, he overhears a conversation between two photographers about an upcoming exhibition showcasing emerging artists. Inspired, he decides to submit his work, hoping to showcase his journey through photography. He shares his excitement with Sophia, and together, they brainstorm ideas for their submissions. They thought of potentially displaying their art fills Alex with both joy and nerves. As the exhibition date approaches, Alex takes a day to reflect on his journey. He finds himself back at the Brooklyn Bridge, the place where he first felt the thrill of capturing beauty through his lens. With his camera in hand, he walks across the bridge again, taking photos of the bustling city below. He pauses to capture moments: children playing, couples walking in hand, and the sun setting behind the skyline. Each photograph tells a story, and he feels a deep sense of purpose. Later that evening, he looks through his photos and feels a surge of pride. This is his story, a testament to his growth and resilience. Each image is a reminder of how far he has come. Finally, the day of exhibition arrives. The studio is transformed into a vibrant gallery filled with artwork from emerging artists. Friends and families gather, and Alex feels a mix of excitement and nervousness as he steps into the space. His heart races as he sees his photographs displayed on the wall, and he stands beside them, sharing his story with visitors. Sophia arrives, beaming with pride, and they explore the gallery together, exchanging thoughts on each piece. As the night progresses, Alex meets people from all walks of life, other artists, photographers, and art lovers. He feels a sense of belonging and acceptance, and the support from his friends fuels his passion. When the event wraps up, Alex receives compliments on his work. A local gallery owner expresses interest in showcasing his photos in a future exhibition. Overwhelmed with joy, he thanks everyone for their support and acknowledges the incredible journey that brought him here. As autumn deepens, Alex embraces the changes in his life. His internship continues to thrive, and he feels more confident with every assignment. He cherishes the friendships he's formed, especially with Sophia, who has become a partner in his photography journey. One evening, as they edit photos together at a cafe, Alex turns to Sophia, sharing his gratitude. "I couldn't have done this without you," he admits. Sophia smiles back, her eyes sparkling. "We make a great team. I'm so proud of how far we've come." Their bond deepens as they share more about their dreams. Sophia dreams of opening her own photography studio, and Alex shares his desire to become a professional photographer. "I believe we can achieve it," he says earnestly. "Let's keep pushing each other to grow." As winter approaches, the city transforms into a winter wonderland. Alex embraces the cold, finding joy in the small moments. Hot cocoa with friends, capturing snowy scenes, and the warmth of shared laughter. One evening, Alex and Sophia decide to attend the Festival of Lights, a celebration that lights up the city. As they stroll through the streets, adorned with lights and decorations, they feel the magic of the season in the air. They take turns snapping photos, capturing the vibrant display and the laughter of people around them. As they walk, Sophia shares her favorite holiday traditions from Italy, and Alex talks about his family's customs back home. In a quiet moment, they stop to admire a beautifully lit tree. Sophia looks up, her face illuminated by the colorful lights. "This is what joy feels like," she says softly. Alex nods, feeling a warmth spreading through him. "Yes, it is," he replies, realizing how much he values these moments. As the year comes to a close, Alex takes time to reflect on everything he's experienced. With the support of his friends and the skills he's developed, he feels ready to face whatever comes next. He writes a letter to his teacher, expressing his gratitude for her guidance and encouragement. He shares his achievements, his job, and how he's embraced his passion for photography. He promises to keep pursuing his dreams, just as she taught him. On the New Year's Eve, Alex attends. As the new year dawns, Alex feels a surge of hope and excitement. With a fresh slate ahead of him, he resolves to pursue his passion for photography even more seriously. His internship has provided him with invaluable experience, and the idea of becoming a professional photographer seems more tangible than ever. One chilly January morning, he meets Sophia at their favorite cafe. The aroma of freshly brewed coffee fills the air as they sit by the window, watching snowflakes dance outside. "I want to organize a photo exhibition of our work," Alex says, his eyes sparkling with enthusiasm. "We can showcase our journey and what we've captured in this beautiful city." Sophia's face lights up. "That's a fantastic idea. We can invite our friends and the people we've met along the way. It'll be a celebration of our growth." They spend the morning brainstorming ideas, laughing as they talk about the themes they want to explore. The thoughts of sharing their story through photography fills them with excitement. Over the next few weeks, Alex and Sophia pour their hearts into preparing for the exhibition. They select their favorite photographs, each image telling a story of their journey, moments of joy, challenges overcome, and the beauty of New York. In the evenings, they often work late into the night, sitting in the cafe, editing photos, and discussing their vision. As they collaborate, their bond deepens, and they share personal stories and dreams for the future. One night, as they sift through their images, Sophia pauses and looks at Alex. "You know, I never imagined I would make such a strong connection here. I'm so glad we met." Alex feels a warmth spread through him. Me too. You've made this journey so much more meaningful. I can't imagine doing this without you. Their eyes meet, and for a moment, there's a silence filled with unspoken feelings. The air feels charged with something new, a deeper understanding of their friendship. As the exhibition date approaches, the pressure mounts. Alex feels nervous about putting their work on display. What if people don't like it? What if they don't understand the stories behind the photos? One evening, after a long day of preparation, Alex opens up to Sophia. What if no one shows up? What if they think our work is silly? Sophia listens intently, her expression understanding. It's natural to feel nervous. But remember, this exhibition is about our journey. It doesn't matter what others think. It's our story. Alex takes a deep breath, appreciating her support. You're right. I just want to share how much the city means to me. Sophia smiles, placing a reassuring hand on his, and it will resonate with others. Just be yourself. The night of the exhibition arrives, and the studio buzzes with excitement. Friends, family, and fellow photographers gather, creating a lively atmosphere filled with anticipation. Alex's heart races as he watches people admire their work, engaging in conversations about the stories behind the photographs. When Sophia arrives, she looks radiant, her confidence shining through. Are you ready for this? She asks, a playful grin on her face. Ready as I'll ever be, Alex replies, trying to mask his nerves. As the evening unfolds, Alex and Sophia mingle with guests, sharing anecdotes about their experiences and the moments captured in each photograph. He feels a wave of pride as people express their appreciation for their work. It's a quiet moment. Sophia pulls Alex aside. Look at how many people have come to support us. We did this together. Alex gazes at the room, filled with familiar faces, feeling overwhelmed with gratitude. Thank you for believing in me, Sophia. This wouldn't have happened without you. Their eyes lock, and for a brief moment, the world around them fades away. The connection between them deepens, hinting at something more profound. As the exhibition wraps up, Alex receives encouraging feedback from several guests, including a gallery owner interested in showcasing his work. The excitement in the air is palpable, and he can't believe how far he has come. In the days following the exhibition, Alex finds himself busy with new opportunities. He gets invited to collaborations with local artists, expanding his network and deepening his love for photography. Sophia, too, has been making strides. She is offered an opportunity to work with prominent photographers, a chance she has always dreamed of. One afternoon, they sit in their cafe, discussing their plans. I can't believe everything is happening so fast, Alex says, his voice tinged with disbelief. It feels like a dream. Sophia nods, her expression serious. We've worked hard for this, but with new opportunities come new challenges. We must stay focused. Agreed, Alex replied. But no matter what happens, I'm grateful we're in this together. As spring approaches, Alex feels a sense of renewal. The city blossoms around him, mirroring his personal growth. He embraces every opportunity that comes his way, capturing the vibrant life of New York through his lens. Sophia's work begins to take off as well, and they both find themselves busier than ever. Yet, amidst their hectic schedules, they make time for each other. knowing that their friendship is a vital part of their success. One evening, they meet for dinner at a small restaurant, sharing stories of their recent experiences. As they laugh over their favorite dishes, Alex feels the warmth and comfort in Sophia's presence. You know, I've realized how important it is to celebrate the small victories, Sophia says, her eyes shining. Each moment counts. Alex nods, feeling a sense of gratitude for everything they've accomplished together. I couldn't agree more. Every step of this journey has shaped who we are. One day, Alex receives an unexpected phone call. It's an invitation to showcase his work at a prestigious gallery in the heart of Manhattan. The opportunity is a dream come true, but it comes with immense pressure. He rushes to meet Sophia, heart racing with excitement and fear. I got invited to show my work at a gallery, he exclaims, barely able to contain his enthusiasm. Sophia's eyes widen with joy. That's incredible. You deserve this. As they celebrate, Alex can't shake the feeling of doubt creeping in. But what if I fail? What if no one likes my work? Sophia places a hand on his arm, her voice steady. You won't know unless you try. You've come so far. Believe in yourself. In that moment, Alex realizes the depth of their friendship. Sophia's unwavering support empowers him to embrace the challenge, and he decides to pour his heart into the preparation for the gallery showcase. The day of the gallery showcase arrives, and the atmosphere is electric. As Alex steps into the space, he is struck by the beauty of the artworks surrounding him. Each piece tells a story, and he feels a sense of belonging amidst the creativity. As guests begin to arrive, Alex's nerves kick in. He scans the crowd, searching for familiar faces. When Sophia arrives, a wave of relief washes over him. She beams with pride, and the sight of her calms his racing heart. Are you ready? She asks, squeezing his hand. I am now, he replies, feeling a renewed sense of confidence. Throughout the evening, Alex shares his story with guests, discussing the inspiration behind his photographs. The positive feedback and encouragement he receives lift his spirits, reaffirming his passion for photography. When the night concludes, Alex stands amidst his displayed work, overwhelmed with gratitude. He turns to Sophia, whose eyes shine with happiness. We did it together. As spring blooms into summer, Alex and Sophia's friendship continues to flourish. Their bond deepens as they share more experiences, exploring new places in the city and creating lasting memories together. One evening, while taking a walk in Central Park, the sun sets in vibrant hues. They find a quiet spot, watching the city come alive with lights. Sophia, I've been thinking, Alex begins, his heart racing. I don't just value your friendship. I feel like there's something more between us. Sophia turns to him, surprise flickering in her eyes. I felt it too, but I didn't know how to say it. Their eyes lock, and in that moment, the world around them fades away. The connection they've nurtured blossoms into something beautiful, and they lean in, sharing a tender kiss that seals their feeling for each other. As summer arrives, Alex and Sophia embrace their relationship with open hearts. They support each other through every challenge, celebrating their achievements and finding strength in their bond. With each passing day, Alex captures more of New York's essence through his photography. while Sophia thrives in her own career. Together, they navigate the ups and downs of life, drawing inspiration from one another. One evening, they sit on a rooftop, watching the sunset paint the sky with colors that mirror their feelings. I can't wait to see where this journey takes us, Alex says, his heart full of hope. Sophia nods, her eyes reflecting the vibrant skyline. Me too. As long as we're together, we can face anything.